Shahrazani, former Israeli diplomat and spokesperson of the Israeli consulate in New York. You just saw him in that October 23rd conversation. He joins me now. I was live on Outnumbered today at noon, and we got the 13 names, and Trey Yingst reported Ohad, who you asked our viewers to wish happy birthday, was freed. But it shows the heinousness of these terrorists, that they separate the mother from the father, the grandmother from the grandfather.
You know, Kayleigh, there was a photo that came out of Ohad being accompanied by Hamas terrorists, you know, from captivity to the ambulance. And that picture, frozen, imagine every parent's worst nightmare is to see their children in the hand of such monsters. We love Ohad, and we are so happy that he's home. But like your reporter said, bittersweet, because even though we're filled with hope and passion that they're back, but we want to see all of those people back, abducted from their beds in the morning of one of the most holiest and joyous days in the Jewish tradition, the Feast of Simchat Torah.
Yeah, no doubt. And, you know, you brought a picture with you, one that's very near to my heart. This is Kafir Bibis. Yep. He and his brother Ariel in captivity. He's 10 months old. He spent a tenth of his life in captivity. And one of his relatives wrote this: "We must have the little strength. We must use the little strength that we have to avoid falling apart. We try to resist the urge to anticipate, hope, celebrate, or even imagine, because never before has anyone felt so close and yet so far away." When I saw Near Oz was where these hostages were being freed from, I thought of little Kafir. We still pray for him.
You know, you ask yourself, especially with a baby, what do you think in the dark? Yeah. What do you do when you can't even walk? Who breastfeeds you? Who touches you? Who keeps you warm at night? The act of cruelty is beyond imagination, and this is the kind of monsters that we're dealing with, Kayleigh.
Yeah. And you wanted to tell me specifically, you came to me and asked, you said, I want to tell our viewers about Itan, 12 years old. Right.
You know, we always mention that say their names is important, to remember that these are not just numbers. These are live human beings. So Eitan Yahalomi, he's 12, and his mother says that he's even afraid to go on sleepovers to friends' houses. And now he's been 50 nights in the hands of the Hamas monsters without any member of his family, after having seen his father shot and taken away, and his mother and two sisters separated from him. I think about him every day. This photo accompanies me wherever I go, because it's part of my heart and the communal heart of all of those people who seek justice and light in this world. That should be where it is.
Any indication tomorrow? We know there's a list of names that the Israeli government now has. I know you can't share the names. I don't even know if you're privy to the names. Any indication? Do we think they will be children?
So the idea is there will be children, even though when it comes to Hamas, we know their nefarious character. So you can't trust anything until you actually see it with your own eyes, which is exactly the reason why the government or any official body in Israel will not come out with the information, because even when they tell you something, you can't trust it. I will give you an example. Hannah Katzir, who was released today, 79-year-old Hannah Katzir. Islamic Jihad announced a few days ago that she died as a result of Israeli bombardment. So imagine her family. One moment they hear that she passed away because of that, and the next moment she's being released onto the car. These are manipulators of the worst kind of the human heart, and they know how to target the hearts of Israelis en masse. But we are strong, Kayleigh. Even though we are in tears, like I said a few days ago, our tears are fire of resilience and hope. We will rise and we will thrive after this tragedy, and we will bring our people back. And the most important message that people need to know out there is that we will defeat Hamas and eradicate their evil. They will no longer exist on our southern border for the benefit of not just Israel, but of humanity.
No doubt about it. Shahrazani, thank you. America stands with you.
Thank you so much.